Hi, welcome to A Way to Play Guitar More Originally. Basically, you're going to break it down into 3 videos where you learn the basics, going simpler, the intermediate, middler, and then the advanced, harder. I'll be showing you how to play the simple chords or the traditional chords like C. But I'll be showing you how to play it different areas on the fretboard, like up here, or here, or just here, or the harmonic, or just little parts of it, what I call ska chords. You guys will know what I'm talking about. Power chords are great to learn because it just takes the 2 fingers, it just takes the 2 basic notes of the chord. Someone could be playing a whole minor chord or a major chord, and you could still play the power chord and it'll sound good either way, whatever they change. So just to start, it's easy, 2 fingers. You're going to need your index and your pinky. Perfect spot to start. You don't even have to play guitar ever. You can just start with power chords, which just takes 2 fingers. 2 fingers. There's going to be a couple things that I want to show you. Main points are going to be power to the pinky. That should be a focus on trying this whole time through these videos to learn how to make the pinky your dominant finger instead of your index like everybody else does. You will never have to use a capo if you don't want to, but you don't need a capo if you put the power to the pinky, and I'll show you in these videos. I was raised on tabs. I never took a lesson in my life, so I just have experience of playing with music. And then the main thing about guitar is to have fun, and what helped me learn without lessons was just put your fingers in different positions until it sounds good. And it might be a chord, it might not, who knows. I might have invented a few chords that by now. This video is not to be like a instructional from the very basics, or this is if you have an idea of how you're playing guitar and everybody always plays the same exact chord structures. This is going to be showing you how to change your style so that you're not just playing an open C like everybody does. Alright, so starting with power chords and your index and pinky finger, your 1 and 4, we're going to start this not down at E and not at F or F sharp or G sharp. We're going to start at A, the 5th fret on the E string. You don't have to stretch as far when it's down here. Some people struggle with the stretch, which I get it. It takes a long time to really build up those muscles. So, but we're going to start with A. And A is, apparently everybody thinks A is the best note in the world. I don't know. You can be the judge of that. So we'll start with your index finger on the 5th fret and your pinky finger on the 7th fret on the A string. Next string down. And if you hold them down, you got yourself a punk rock chord. Just those 2. Structure. Same exact thing when you go down to the A string on the 5th fret and the D string with your pinky on the 7th fret. And we'll just keep that same structure and move it up, which is D. Two finger chords. You can also do what other people do where they throw in the 3rd finger. For the A, the index goes on the 5, the ring finger goes on the 7 under it, and the pinky goes on the 7 underneath that. 3-finger power chord. Now that's key to not strum more strings than what you're holding. So only strum the strings that you're holding. I mean, you could try, you strum the beat, always strum the beat. You strum as if you're playing the drums or just even whatever the tempo is. Just strum the beat. Don't worry about up, up, down, down, up, up. Just strum the beat. I don't know, yeah, just strum the beat. Because it doesn't have to be exact strumming, it just has to be in the same timing. So if it's bum, 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 bum. Do you see how easy punk rock is? Same when you get it up to the 10th fret, it's the same as the 5th fret on the next string down. Punk rock. Power to the pinky. Now this is where it switches. This is where we start to talk about how to play more originally. Instead of doing a power chord with your index and your pinky, we're going to do a power chord with our pinky and our index. So we started 5 and 7 on the last one. Well, let's switch our fingers around so the pinky is on the 5th fret, the A, and the index is on the 3rd fret. And this is where it gets major and minor, and you'll be able to hear the difference and figure out which one's major and minor when you're ready to branch up a little bit more. So with your, what I call a reverse power chord or backwards power chord, inverted power chord is what I used to call it. That's where we start here with your pinky on the 5th, and we'll just forsake do 3, the 3rd fret on the A with your index. Strum it the same way you did a power chord, and then you move it up like you did. And if you're not quite ready to branch up to the pinky to lead you, you can, for these inverted power chords, I often do it too, is use my ring finger to hold down the bass note. So if it's an A, specifically this one, an A minor, I'm going to hold down the 5th fret with my ring finger on the E. And then index can go on the 3rd fret on the A. And that brings you to a chord. It's just backwards instead of. You get it? You see what I mean? That's minors. You can use your pinky, power to the pinky, on the 5th, index on the 3rd for that minor. Or you can do the ring finger on the 5th and the index on the 3rd. If you want to get even more to the next advanced step would be to do the ring finger on the 5th fret on the E. Next finger is the 3rd fret with the middle finger on the A. And then your 3rd finger is going to go on the 2nd fret on the D string. There it is, D, on the D string. So the notes you're playing are A, C, and E. And bring that same exact structure up to the D, which is the 10th fret. So you go from 5 to 10. Same structure. Yep. So you're learning the behind the scenes instead of the powering chord forwards with the 5, 7, 7. This goes 5, 3, 2. Or it can go 5, 4, 2 which will make it a major. So if you were doing majors, which is the next step, you would do your pinky finger on the 5th fret, your ring finger on the 4th fret on the A, and your index finger on the 2nd fret on the D. So all you're changing is this 4th fret here to the 3rd fret, 3rd and 4th. That changes this inverted chord from a minor to a major. So you can see just from moving one note, it changes the whole key of the note. So, same exact structure. If you brought it up to the 10, you go from 5, 4, 2 in that structure to 10, 9, 7 in this structure. And you just go between them the same way you did the power chords of the other side. Major's fine. Major's fine. Well, I think that's enough for the power chords. Remember, power to the pinky and the inverted power chords. And just by playing the single notes in that inverted chord, you're already playing a riff. I don't mind if you want to correct me in any sort of comments or anything, because you guys know all that stuff more than I would. You can take your raised 16ths and educate me in the comments. If there's something, any questions you have that's different, just send me a message or whatever. I do want to take a second to thank my sponsor, myself. I've never taken a lesson. I don't know the technical names. I don't read sheet music. I can kind of understand it, but I can't read it and play it. No. So if you're looking for someone to be like super smart and technical and a nerd about it, then this is not your video. But if you want someone that is, a bit of a nerd about tone and hearing different sounds come out of a guitar, and you don't want to play like everybody else plays, this is the behind the scenes style of playing. This is like I would like to call it. And a lot of fundamentals that I started on were punk rock. So the whole point of these videos is to show you a way to play guitar more originally, because most people are just doing like a chord, and then switch to another chord that everybody does. And a lot of people try to limit themselves by getting a capo, but yet they still do those same basic chord structures. They just put the fretboard up there further. So it's not quite it's all going to sound the same. It doesn't vary very much what you're going to do. So and that's because a lot of people use their classically trained ways of learning, and they don't use the pinky. They need the power to the pinky. So imagine, or even your ring finger, imagine every chord that you start, don't use your index finger or your middle finger to hold down the bass note. Use your ring finger or your pinky finger. So you'll be able to play chords like C up here, or right here, or D, like that, but you'll be able to play it right here. Because, if you have D, you probably already know how to play D, which is, 2, 3, 2. But you're not leading with your pinky finger. So where's D on the fretboard is up here. So use your pinky. And it's a major, so to the 4th fret. 5, 4, index on the 2nd fret, middle finger on the 3rd fret, and you can even bar it down there to make the full D chord. But the thing is, if you learn how to play D with all 4 of your fingers, starting from the 5th fret, going up, you will learn how to play more originally. Because if you can play D with all 4 of these fingers this way, you will not need a capo. Because you can bring it up one whole step, or you can bring it all the way up from the 5th fret there. Bring it up 5. And that's G without a capo. 10, 9, 7, 8, 7. That's G, this is D. That's A minor, and that's one of the hardest chords I'm going to show you. Actually, that's the hardest chord I'm going to show you. This is the advanced chords, the behind-the-scenes chords, I like to call them. I like to call them inverted chords, using all 4 of your fingers, holding your bass notes down with your ring finger or your pinky is essential. That's the main reason I'm even making these videos, because I don't see a lot of people do it, and you can hear that people don't do it. Very specific bands do, that's for sure, and that's just the style that I've acquired and learned from just messing around. I've never taken a lesson, like I said before, so it's just putting your fingers where it sounds good. You gotta strum to the beat. You know, if everything I've written was on an acoustic guitar. You know, an acoustic, it will suit you just fine to write with. A big major thing, you will never need a capo. After these videos, after you have mastered it, you will say, wow man, I do not need a capo anymore. I don't need a capo anymore. That's pretty sweet. We're going to do the advanced chords, because I'm going to make videos in the future, more of like how to structure a song, and certain ways of structuring that is just a good base, foundations to go off of. Also how to make a riff using the same notes while the background rhythm changes notes. So we could call them something, I don't know, cross key riffs. We could do that in future videos. So, you know, just let me know below if you want anything, especially. You can, I do not like having high quality anything, because this is just doing it myself, and it doesn't take a lot. Anybody can do it. I've played music for like 15 years, since I was a punk rock teenager, and we never took lessons. We just learned off punk rock and put our fingers where it sounded good, and we get to this point where we can make like really cool sounding chords, and people don't ever really use them, and so when you do hear them, you're like, wow, what is that? Like that? That's pretty. With the advanced chords, since you've already gotten to where hopefully you can do inverted chords, inverted power chords, and you're using your pinky and your ring finger to hold down those bass notes, we're going to start on A. Instead of showing you how to play A in this traditional way, or this way in the bar chord, I'll show you 2 more ways to play an A chord. Alright, so A major. We're going to start on the 5th fret on the E with the pinky. Holding the pinky down on the 5th fret on the E string. Next, for the major, it's going to be the 4th fret on the A with your ring finger. So you got 5, 4. Your index finger is going to go on the 2nd fret on the D string. And then you can kind of just bar the next note down, which is the 2nd also, on the G string. So if you just just concentrate on strumming those 4 strings, you have the A chord. Right? Alright? You don't have to go more than that. And you don't have to go more than that. 5, 4, 2, 2. We'll take that same structure, take it up 5 notes to the 10. So, down here in the A, 5, 4, 2, 2. We'll bring it up to the 10, 9, 7, 7. Just playing those 4 strings. 5, 4, 2, 2. 10, 9, 7, 7. Or you can just do the 2. If you want to do just be lazy about it, you can use the way that people do G. Just do the middle finger on the 5th fret and the index finger on the 4th fret. This is a way that you could start, start earlier, start easier. Alright. I think you're getting that on the E string. Now let's bring that down to the A string. Same structure. Try that out, which is 5, 4, 2, 2. But it's not going to be 2, 2. That's a cool chord, though. But it's going to be 5, 4, 2, 3, because this is a D chord. The full D chord. And then we'll bring that up 5 notes to the 10th. Same structure. And if you bar that down there, you get the full chord. So you have 5, 4, 2, 3, 2. 5, 4, 2, 3, 2. 5, 4, 2, 5, 4, 2, 3, 2. As long as you just strum the strings that you're holding down, you'll be fine. So for notes like that whole D chord, what people do is the D chord, and then they take it up 5 frets. If you're going to bring it up that 5 frets, which is actually a G, you would take that same form of 2, 3, 2 and bring it up 5 notes. 3, 4, 5. And that is the bottom part of a G chord, of the inverted behind the scenes G chord. So if you play D to G, people will usually go, or they will go, but we can go, and that just is enough that you can set your fencings, your bookends of where you can expand in the middle, and that's where the riffs come in, and that is very detrimental to how to play more originally, which is going to be in a video later on how to create a riff using those middle notes of the chord, such as this, Anyways, that's major. Those are the major ones for you. Those are the major ones. Alright, now on to the hardest ones. That are the minor chords of the behind the scene ones. We'll start on the same at the A on the 5th fret. But it's going to be minor. All of this is just transposing what notes you would play in a G chord, like G, which starts with G, and then that 2. So we know this is G, and then that same structure. So that must be the same as, yup. Both G major. You want to hear G minor? Up here? Okay. I like this one with the 3 notes. 3-1-0. 3-1-0. G minor. 10-8-7. You want a major? Just change that middle note that your middle finger should be on. right now is an 8. It should be on the 9. That makes it happy in major, and major is happy. Or minor is bummer. Minor could be depth, because if you say something like I love you, sounds different than when you say I love you by just one finger. Power to the pinky. You can use 3 fingers. 5 for the minor is 3 on the A. 5, 3, 2, 5, 3, 2. That's about all you're going to be able to do with the chords up here with the minor. You could try to do 4 notes. You don't need to. 5, 3, 2. Bring it up 5 to the 10. 10, 8, 7. Same structure. Get it? Now, to bring it up to or down to the A string, same structure. It's going to be 5, 3, 2. Starting on the A string on the 5. 5, 3, 2. But this is where you can add the 4th finger. You can add the 4th finger at the 3 at the very end. So 5, 3, 2, 3. Oh, it's so hard down there. And you can leave that last note open, or just, like I say, strum your 4 notes. Oh, so hard. Close enough. I'm just going to do it up here at the 10th fret, because we're going to go from the 5th fret up there. So close. Here we go. Ten, 8, 7, 8. It's a lot easier up here because they're close to the fret spacing, and this is an acoustic. So it's 5, 3, 2, 3. 2, 10, 8, 7, 8. So you're playing D minor to G minor. While other people playing D minor, they would play G minor. They probably don't even know how to play that, but they would probably play, which is good. That's good. That's fine. Which is, it's very, you know. But there's something with hitting this D that doesn't hit as good as when you do the actual bar chord on the 5th fret on the A string. There's something better about it than just the empty. No, maybe not. There's a cheater's G major and a cheater's G minor, which is just basically only touching the top few notes of the whole, all of the top few strings. Simple. Major. 3, 2, open. G is pretty much an open chord anyway. And then the G minor would be 3, 1, open. And that's pretty cool. I like that one. Because then you can bring it up 5 notes to the C minor. So if you started at the C minor, anyways, the D minor, 5, you're going to start at the 5, 3, 2, 3. 5, 3, 2, 3, 2. No, wait, no. 5, 3, 2, 3. 5, 3, 2, 3. The way I get to the chord is I start with the 3 note structure of the chord of the minor, which for A minor is going to be 10, 9, 10. The tricky part is getting your pinky up to the 12th fret, which is A for the A minor. But up here is a little easier because of this fret. So you keep doing your A minor, Keep ringing it out, and I'll do this one. And if I take down 5, that's going to bring me to an E minor. So play an E minor, and I'll keep that same structure. Which is 7, 5, 4, 5. 7, 5. A minor, E minor, A minor, E minor. So there you have it. Those are the most advanced chords that I'm going to show you in this video. And I will absolutely love to hear whatever you guys want to say, because I could do anything with this background. Who knows what I've been going to do editing wise with it, but it's probably going to look really great because I love high quality stuff. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like it, I guess. Check out the bands. There's going to be tons of links down there, because you can hear what I mean when in the style of playing. Thank you very much for checking it out. A way to play guitar more originally, because I care. And I don't think you need to use a capo.